Alright, so I don't know if you can see down in there. Hell.
We couldn't find the camera.
I don't know if I can even see down in there. But down in there, there is a funnel. Then under here, that funnel is attached to a radiator hose I had laying around, which then goes down into our drain pan. And I just took my funnel, which is kind of, you know, black, crappy, flexible one, and squeezed it and sent it on down in there. And I don't know if you can see it. Alright, so there's the oil, and you can see the funnel. So we're going to go ahead and get all the oil out of this thing, and then I'll check in with you. I can't be any happier. This thing is, it's fast. All right, so we're kind of back with an old project and a new project coming together. I don't know. So you guys remember we did the move, right? And I had that big trailer. So got here, moved a bunch of stuff into the dungeon, and now what do you do with the trailer? Well, you fix it up and you make it nice. And you make it your new place for your X3 maintenance and stuff because there's other crap in the other shop. Because everything's always broken, right? Right, dudes? Dudes with wrenches? Everything's always broken? No? So since the last time you've seen this rig, we've painted up in here. We had some water damage during one of the hurricanes when this thing was in Mississippi. It's not the end of the world, but it does need to be addressed at some point. Alright, so as you can see, we've made a giant mess in here, and so I must be up to something. And what we're up to is documenting an oil change so I can write it off on my taxes. So we go ahead and change the oil in our 2020 Can-Am Maverick X3 DS Turbo R. I think is the, I don't know. I said it wrong in the very first video of the series and somebody already got after me. To be fair, it was labeled wrong, but I digress. Anyhow, I've already done the oil change. There's a million channels out there that do oil changes. And they all do it better than we did. I can guarantee you. What I did was I had this bit of hose here. It's an old radiator hose. And then I had that funnel that's old and shitty. And I was just able to squeeze that funnel kind of like this and just slide it right underneath everything right there and get it right to where it comes out the hole. Hook that hose onto the bottom of it and run it right down to my drain plug. Worked actually pretty well. I did have a bit of an issue with my implement of getting it loose. That was my fault and I made a mess there. So I used this bad boy to break everything loose and then got lazy and used it to take the drain plug, the big one, all the way out. And when I did, I dropped it and then I made a mess and that was all my fault. So if I had taken my time and done it by hand, like I'd done the 10 mil one, probably wouldn't have been a problem, but it is what it is. So did that. Got everything out. It really wasn't terrible. Cleaned it up underneath there, torqued everything back and in. Actually used the torque wrench, which doesn't happen often, but I don't want to ruin this thing. Did the oil filter on top, which is right up in there too. Not hard, good to go. Took the belt off and aired out everything in there. Used the Milwaukee blower. Again, counting, tax write-off right there. Boom. Got that bad boy, blew out everything in there, cleaned out my air filters, did everything there. Everything looked really nice. All of that. When I filled the oil, I just took a long transmission. I used this transmission one I've got, and then a little bit of hose that I cut. So yeah, we're running the Rotella T6 on this bad boy. Should be perfect for what we're doing. We ended up going with the 5 gallons and I ordered a bunch of filters and O-rings and crush gaskets and all of that stuff so that I know I'm going to be doing a bunch of these oil changes. I'm probably going to end up doing it every 50 hours or so just because I beat the shit out of this and probably should. So I went and saved money and bought a 5-gallon bucket of T6. I think it was $209. And then a pack of 5 filters and a pack of 5 O-rings and a pack of 5 crush gaskets. It's realistically, you can reuse the O-rings and crush gaskets at least once. That's what I'm gonna do. You can all hate me in the comments and I'll let you know how it does, but I'm getting brake cleaner so I can clean all the oil out of there, make sure it's nice and clean, and then we'll see and I'll let you know how it went. Well, next time when we go in there, I guess I'll figure it out. Yeah, so that's about it for the oil change. Now, for number 2, the trailer and how the well working in the trailer goes. Realistically, I kind of liked a lot of the things about it. A lift in a shop would be the best way to do this. And if you have that, I mean, I'm jealous because I had one once and I miss it. It's almost worth moving back to Maryland. No, it's not. Anyhow, the walls being here and the kind of seat level wheel well being here really kind of helped. You're able to sit down and lean against the tire and get into spots, and you can just lay on the treads when that came in. And then over here, doing everything there, just leaned up against the wall and kind of against the tire. It actually kind of worked. It wasn't that bad at all, actually. So I'm digging working in the trailer. The lights are good. The angle was a bit of a deal. I ended up having to jack the front of the rig up to get the rig level because we're on a pretty steep downhill. But other than that, I kind of dig it. And if we ever got this thing not on such a steep downhill, a little more level ground, it might be even better. But I think we're going to keep doing some upgrades to the trailer. And I want to start keeping the things to do the oil changes and whatnot, as much maintenance to the rig in this trailer as possible, because I think we're going to be on the road a lot with this rig. And if everything is already in here that needs to be in here, oil or tires, sand tires, parts, bedding and whatnot, that type of stuff for camping, and then the rig here, and then we still got the cabinets under here which you can put stuff, generator there, get one of those solar generators or something like that maybe too, who knows. This trailer could be pretty badass. So I don't know if you guys want to see a series about doing, well, let's face it, for tax purposes you guys are going to see a series on building this trailer. Hope you're okay with that. But all right, we're going to finish this thing up and probably go do some riding. All right, so we made it back from our trip. Test drive, maybe? I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. We got back. She ran perfect. Went and saw all kinds of places. Got some pre-running done. Found a few new trails. It was good. So I'll have to take you guys along and make a real video out of that new trail we found at some point. But yeah, I dig the setup in here as far as working on the rig a little bit. It was better than working outside in the dirt, that's for damn sure. Obviously a real garage or a lift would be the real way to do this, but for what it is in here, it's not bad. I think what we're gonna end up doing is turning this more and more into a off-road rig trailer. I mean, it's never really gonna be a race trailer because I'm not much of a racer, but it was a good storage unit. But I think for what we're doing with this, I think this is a good starting platform to turn into a light camper. I can't bring myself to spend the money to get in on a big toy hauler, but this thing, isn't it cheap already? And I don't need much. I'm not trying to live for a long, weeks on end out of this thing. So a little bit of water, a little bit of cold food, a little bit of heat. Shoot, I already got AC. So, yeah. Tell me what you guys think in the comments, but that'll be the end of this video. Appreciate you guys checking in. Hope you guys like Can-Am content, because you're going to be a bunch of it. Big Can-Am guys now, So, alright, we'll check it out on the next one.